Hello and welcome. If you're new here, I'm Rachel and I share what's for dinner videos. If you've been here before, thanks for coming back to check out what we put on our family's table this week. I'm starting off this what's for dinner video on a Sunday, which was when we generally make what I call family favorites. Most days of the week, I concentrate on getting things done quick and easily, but on Sundays, I don't mind taking a little bit more time when I'm cooking a meal. And this one is my husband's favorite. It is shepherd's pie, and he asked me to use this zesty hot sausage in it. And if it looks like this is a lot of meat, that's because it is, but I am going to half it and then put some of it into the freezer for later. And I just figured I would save some time and cook it all at once and have it done ahead of time. And I'm just adding some garlic powder to this meat mixture as well as some seasoned salt. Once I get this all cooked up, I'm just going to drain off any grease, and then I will separate into 2 portions and then continue on with the rest of the recipe. And since we like onions in our house, I had this leftover part of an onion in my refrigerator. I'm going to just chop that up and throw it right in the pan with the meat while it's cooking. Once I get all of that meat separated, I just put in a small can of mushrooms, and I decided to try something different this time because I personally am not a big fan of shepherd's pie, and I don't know why. I just don't really care for it. So I decided I would just change it up by just doing like a mushroomy cream of mushroom soup. And just a little brown gravy just to kind of make it beefy and mushroomy and kind of a creamy consistency instead of like mixed vegetables or whatever I usually put in it. And so I just added some of that dry gravy mix in there, and then I used my mushroom can to put some water in and just get it all mixed together and then spread around in my cast iron skillet. I am going to just prepare this in my cast iron and then pop it all right into the oven. That's the best thing about cast iron, in my opinion, is that it can go from stove to oven. And I'm using some dehydrated onion and some celery from my freezer and some boiling hot water. I have some margarine in this stuffing mix. This is cornbread stuffing just from a box, and I'm going to pop it in the oven with my shepherd's pie. I have frozen corn on the back burner and some water for some instant mashed potatoes, which is going to go right on top of my cast iron. And I'm using the sour cream and chives flavor instant mashed potatoes, and I'm going to just get those mixed in, and I usually will do like 1 pouch, mix it all up, and then do the next one. That way you don't end up with any weird clumps in your instant mashed potatoes. So instant mashed potatoes are not our favorite, but we do rely on them at times. And since I had a lot of stuff going on, and the part that I hate about making shepherd's pie is, you know, all the steps that are involved. And so to keep this truly simple and easy in a one pot or one pan meal is just to use the instant mashed potatoes, and we're going to top them with cheese, so that's going to make them that much better. And I really do think that instant mashed potatoes have come a long way over the years. So I'm just going to get that all spread around, and then I'm going to take my fork, make sure that everything's where it needs to be, and then I'm going to just draw little lines with my fork tines. And this is just going to give it some ridges so that when you bake it in the oven, they get nice and crispy. I just added some finely shredded cheddar cheese on top to my heart's desire, and that may be a lot to some or not enough to others, but you know, I just eyeballed it and did what felt good at the time. I will say that I did really like how the shepherd's pie turned out. There's so many different versions of shepherd's pie. You can do it any way you want to, but this is definitely one that I will try again. It was a very cold and fall-like day, and it just was kind of getting us a little pre-season fall feeling in our house, and we just really loved it. And I did make a chocolate cake with white frosting for dessert. Monday was the Mondayest Monday in the history of Mondays for me, so Bill did the cooking. He made some brats, corn on the cob, some chips, and some French onion dip. We had some of my homemade pickles, and he also made a fruit salad. I just had some strawberries because there are many fruits that my stomach just doesn't do well with, but I can always eat some strawberries, so I was very thankful that he took over the task of cooking dinner for all of us on this day. And as usual, it all turned out good. We all got fed, and this was a great go-to meal for when you're in a hurry, don't feel like cooking, and you know, want to get your husband to cook for you. Plan on brats. You can't go wrong. On Tuesday, I did a 12-hour shift at work, so the guys were on their own at our house. Bill picked up some fried chicken from the grocery store, and they had some tater tots and some cottage cheese and just some tomatoes sliced up from the garden. On the third Monday of the week, Wednesday, I again did not feel like cooking, needed something simple, easy, just so that I could keep peace of mind. And so I just ran into Aldi's and grabbed one of their take and bake pizzas. I just got the one that had sausage and pepperoni on it, and then I just added what we liked to it. I just did some sliced up ham lunch meat and then extra cheese and some banana peppers on half. I also brought home some of their take and bake breadsticks and again added some shredded mozzarella cheese and some Italian seasoning as well as some Parmesan cheese, and then we had a salad on the side. This pizza was pretty good. It saved dinner. It saved my sanity. The kids liked it, of course, because they love pizza, whether it be takeout pizza, frozen pizza, or pizza rolls. You know how boys are. Pizza is always good for them, right? So just getting that all sliced up and then getting those breadsticks out of the oven, and they just turned out so ooey gooey, and they were just absolutely delicious. The kids really loved them, and then we were done for the evening. Dinner was out of the way, and here is how my plate turned out. I had some of that pizza with those banana peppers and a breadstick and my salad, and we were done. Dinner was done. Sometimes you just feel so good at the end of the day when dinner is just done. Obviously, the theme for the week is just we're going to just try to get through this week. Thursday was another day of struggling with just making it all work, making life happen, between working and home life. Sometimes it just gets to be a little much. So I just cleaned and diced up some potatoes, and I got them chopped up into little pieces, kind of like home fries. I added some chopped up green onion and some of that ham lunch meat, and I just seasoned that all up with some garlic. Let it cook for a while to get those potatoes softened up first. Added some spinach from my freezer, and then I plopped in some eggs. Don't know how many this was, just eyeballed it and counted as many as my family needed. I forgot to add some cheese. Who forgets the cheese? I guess I do. It was still good. And we had some bagels with some sour cream. No, not sour cream, but garlic and chive flavoring. So that was dinner on Thursday. It's Friday. Remember when I made that extra portion of meat back on Sunday and put it in my freezer? So it made its reappearance on Friday. We were having grandkids over for a sleepover, so it is going to be Sloppy Joe's this time. And I did grab a can of Sloppy Joe sauce, which I rarely ever use, but decided that I was going to take that opportunity to get a little help from the store. And I just used the Aldi's brand, and I just added some ketchup, a little bit of mustard, and a tablespoon of brown sugar. My meat already had a little bit of onion in it, so at least we had that going on for us. Normally I would do like some bell pepper and onions and do my own sauce, but here we go. And I just omitted the hot pepper flakes this time because, the little kids were going to be with us. We're just going to fix up some Blue Box Kraft macaroni and cheese and, get some kid food going. We had lots of snacks for them, but we wanted to make sure that we had a kid-friendly dinner, and they all love Kraft macaroni and cheese. So there we go. And we just broke out our fine china and got our plates ready, and we had some fruit and other fun snacks for them. We do try to make sure that they have healthy snacks as well as some goodies, because after all, they are at Grandma and Papa's house, so you got to spoil them a little bit. This is obviously my plate with a Sloppy Joe, some mac and cheese, and again, I'm just having some strawberries on the side. I was so thankful to have that meat in my freezer and be able to whip up a quick meal, because this was the end of the week and a work day, but I wanted to be able to feed my grandkids some good food. Saturday, Bill and I celebrated our anniversary, which is on Tuesday, but we went out to dinner at Texas Roadhouse, and between the cocktails and the appetizer, the side salad, and then the famous rolls, of course, and the main entrees, we had so much food to bring home with us, but everything was delicious, like always. We had a super fun date night, and dinner was delicious as well. That's all for this week. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see more, please make sure you hit the subscribe button on your way out, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!